With the NFL draft done and free agents that are undrafted signed officially to the Minnesota Vikings, we kind of shift gears to what are the most or the most glaring holes still on the team? Where do we need more help? Where we can go look in free agency and really plug up those holes before training camp gets underway. And the one that stares you right in the face, it's not hard to miss, is in the secondary, right? We need help at the corner back position. We don't really have much on the roster. I believe, off the top of my head, we might have drafted one maybe in the later round, or maybe not even drafted any, which leads me to believe that we're going to go out and sign a veteran free agent, whether that's bringing back Shaq Griffin, which we've had conversations with him, or even Stephon Gilmore. He's getting up there in age, but you never know because he played in the Brian Flores system last year and did pretty decent, in my opinion. I thought he was okay for, especially at his age. Otherwise, you're looking at potentially, a Jalen Ramsey. We'd have to trade for him, give up an arm and a leg, and the contract, is it really worth the money? I'm not 100% sure. I know you're getting a lockdown corner. It would be fantastic. But again, how much money does he want? But then there's also a name that's been floating around the Minnesota Viking fan base and stuff like that, and that's Asante Samuel Jr. And he's been rumored to go to the Minnesota Vikings, but maybe not quite yet, or maybe not at all. So let's get right into it. Before we do, shout out to our affiliate partners at Green Gridiron. If you want one of these mini helmets, the link for that is in the comment section. Hit that link and use the promo code MINSYN, MINSYN, at checkout to receive a small discount on your purchase. They have NFL helmets, college helmets, and fully customizable ones. So if you don't want a Minnesota Vikings helmet, or you don't want a mini helmet, you can get the replica helmets as well, like the bigger ones, ones that you can actually wear on a football field. If you're a high school student, you need a new helmet, Green Gridiron is the place for you. You want a gift for somebody that's into football, Green Gridiron is the place for you. So hit that link in the comment section. Use the promo code MINSYN at checkout to receive a discount. And if they already have a deal going on, you can stack the promo code to receive even more off of that final purchase. So, kind of seems like the Asante Samuel Jr. rumors to the Minnesota Vikings are starting to fizzle out. It's not looking great, and that's because KSTP's Darren Wolfson joined Score North's Purple Daily Show this week and said this about Samuel Jr. to the Minnesota Vikings. He said, I will tell you this much. I reached out to a prominent agent, an agent I've had a really good relationship going back a while. He represents not Asante, but another relatively high profile available cornerback, which I would assume would be Jalen Ramsey potentially. That would make the most sense if I'm assuming right. This agent told me on Monday that the Vikings just aren't interested. And this agent thinks nothing is going to happen anytime soon. So with that being said, right, it says that what is it? The agent told me on Monday the Vikings just aren't interested. I would beg to differ. I think we are interested. Why not? We need help at the cornerback position. We definitely should be interested in any corner that's available. Take a look. But I think we aren't interested for the sole fact of how much money he wants. I guess his representation, from what another source that I heard, was pushing him to the Minnesota Vikings, or like saying, hey, that would be a good team. That's a team that needs your help. You needs your specialty, stuff like that. But the Vikings just aren't reciprocating that. And I believe it has to do solely on the fact that he wants a new contract and wants a big payday. And Minnesota's not willing to pay that. Maybe a 1-year contract, but if you're looking at Asante Samuel Jr., he's a young player. I believe he still has a lot of juice left in the tank. I think he would be a great addition to this defense. So you're going to have to give him a multi-year deal. You're not going to give him a 1-year deal for however much money. You're going to have to give him a 3-year contract, plain and simple. And I think what Asante Samuel Jr. wants and his representation wants is a big payday. And Minnesota's just not willing to pay that, I think, at this moment. So maybe if they bring their number down, which I have no idea what their number currently is, what their asking price is, but if they bring it down, maybe Minnesota will be a little bit more intrigued to bring in Asante Samuel Jr. So I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen, but the rumors are starting to fizzle out because Darren Wolfson had that to say. So the same network, the same network that gave birth to the Samuel Jr. theories before the draft, claiming an anonymous emailer told the show that Samuel Jr. would sign in Minnesota because he said so to somebody's, because he said so to somebody's neighbor at a Miami nightclub. Remember, we talked about that. He was at a Miami nightclub, and he was wearing a Vikings hat or something. They're like, "Do you play for the Minnesota Vikings?" And he said, "Pretty soon," or something along those lines, or something like that. If you want to check out that video, go a little bit back in my catalog. You'll see it. It's right there. But a classic game of telephone hearsay. The Samuel Jr. Mill might start and stop with the group at Score North. So we will see what happens. I would love Asante Samuel Jr. on the Minnesota Vikings because we need help, and I think his expertise are definitely needed in Minnesota and in that secondary. So you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Would you want Minnesota to sign Asante Samuel Jr.? Drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It'd be much, much appreciated. Have a great rest of the night, folks, and Skol Vikes.